All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakach Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, a great millstone, time of this truth. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopeful elect. Shalom, my Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. All right, now, this lesson, is going into, all right, America finally been dragged into, the conflict with Israel and Iran, all right? America bombing, 3 of Iran's nuclear sites, man, all right? And Iran has said there will be a retaliation, all right? Because we understand the times that we're in, man, all right? That the small hats, the 1948ers, those Edomites that are in the Holy Land would drag these Edomites of Babylon the Great, okay, into this conflict in the Middle East, man, all right? And eventually the other nations would get involved, the third woe, man, as the scriptures say, the third woe cometh quickly, all right? Now, let's start here in the book of Jeremiah, chapter 50, okay? The book of Jeremiah, chapter 50, verse 45. It says, therefore, hear ye the counsel of the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai. Actually, let's get the book of Ezekiel first. Ezekiel chapter 36, verse 5. This is the book of Ezekiel chapter 36, verse 5. It says, therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen, and against all Edom, which I've appointed my land into their possession, with the joy of all their heart, with the spiteful minds to cast it out for a prey. And that's who you see occupying the land of Israel today, man. The children of Edom, the descendants of Esau, the Edomites, which is the so-called white man, man. Okay? Those people are just more, all right, Edomites, man. All right? They're just more Edomites, just like these white Americans and these Europeans, man. They're just more Edomites, all right? And those Edomites, according to the scriptures, those Edomites, all right, that will occupy the land of Israel, will drag Babylon the Great, which is America, until this third world war, So let's go back to the book of Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 45. It says, therefore, hear ye the counsel of the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai, that he had taken against Babylon, and his purposes that he had purposed against the land of the Chaldeans. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. And that's what we've witnessed, man. That's what we witnessed and what we're witnessing. The least of the flock, all right, going into those 1948ers, those Edomites that occupy the land of Israel, all right, drawing out Babylon the Great, which is America, man. Drawing out these Edomites over here in America, man. It says, surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them. At the noise of the taking of Babylon, the earth is moved, and the cry is heard among the nations, man. All right, at the noise of the taking of Babylon, the earth is moved, man, because we understand at the fall of Babylon the Great, the destruction of America, the earth is going to be moved, okay? The scriptures going to every mountain and island were moved out of their places because of what? The destruction, man. That's going to take place during this third war, man. The earth is moved, man. Now, when we go to the book of Jeremiah chapter 49, the previous chapter, and we read verse 20, it says what? Therefore, hear ye the counsel of the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai, that he had taken against Edom, right? And his purposes that he had purposed against the inhabitants of Teman. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. You see, because Edom is synonymous with Babylon the Great, man. Because we understand that the children of Edom, which is the so-called white man, will bear rule over the earth in these last days. Will bear rule over this revived Roman Empire, which is America, NATO, and the EU. America being Mystery Babylon, man. You see, the children of Edom is synonymous with the daughter of Babylon, Mystery Babylon. All right, Psalms 137, verse 7 through 8. All right, Isaiah 47, okay, so on and so forth, man. The children of Edom, all right, Idumea is synonymous with Mystery Babylon the Great, which I'm gonna continue on, into the scriptures and show. But it says, therefore, hear the counsel of the Lord Yahweh that he had taken against Edom, and his purposes that he had purposed against the inhabitants of Teman. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. It's going into the same thing, man. Because those Edomites, those Idumeans, that occupy the land of Israel will draw the Edomites of Babylon the Great into this war, man. It says, surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them. The earth is moved at the noise of their fall. At the cry, the noise thereof was heard in the Red Sea, man. You see, the earth is moved at the noise of their fall. The earth is going to rock to and fro at the fall of Babylon the Great, the destruction of America, the fall of Edom, man, of Idumea, man. The earth is going to be moved, man, okay, from this destruction. All right, and this was fastly approaching. Now we also understand that that there is order to prophecy. We also understand that this great destruction can't come until what? The Jacob's trouble, okay? The MOTB, which is the micro C-hip, being implemented. The great persecution. You know, we understand that more prophecies have to come to pass before the ultimate destruction of Babylon the Great. You know, but still, we see these things in front of us, man. We see the times that we're in, man. All right, and Esau they've been passing, you know, the stable coin build, certain laws and things pertaining to crypto and digital assets right under these people's noses, man, because we understand that this digital system, this cashless society has to come first before the ultimate destruction, man, you know. But just to show we're in those times. All right, let's get some more. All right, this is Isaiah chapter 34. All right, get into it, man. Let's get into it, man. It says, verse 4. It says, and all the host of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll, and all their hosts shall fall down as a leaf farther off from a vine, and as a falling fig from the fig tree. Now the heavens being rolled together as a scroll is going into that mushroom cloud, man. All right, and where else can we find that in the scriptures? In the book of Revelation. Let's go get it. Revelation chapter 6. Slide here. This is the book of Revelation chapter 6 verse 13. It says, and the stars of heaven fell unto the earth, even as a fig tree cast her untimely figs when she is shaken of a mighty wind. And those stars of heaven are going into the missiles, man. It says, and the heaven departed as a scroll when it is rolled together, and every mountain and island were moved out of their places. So John the Revelator seen the same thing that Isaiah seen in the vision, man. The heaven departed as a scroll going into the mushroom cloud, the destruction, and every mountain and island were moved out of their places, man. You see? Because that's what's going to take place in these last days, man. The earth is going to move at the fall, at the destruction of Babylon the Great of America, man. The children of Edom, man, which is the so-called white men. All right, was ruled over Babylon the Great, the NATO, the EU, and those 1948ers, man. We understand that the earth will be ruled by the children of Edom in these last days, man. All right, so let's go back to the book of Isaiah chapter 34, and they keep on reading. It says, for my sword shall be bathed in heaven. What's that sword? The missiles, man. The missiles are gonna be flying through the heavens, man. The missiles is going to be flying through the upper atmosphere. That's that sword that's going to be bathed in heaven, man. The missiles are going to be bathed in the upper atmosphere, man. It says what? And it shall come down. Those missiles are going to come down upon what? Idumea, man. Upon Edom. You see? And this is speaking of America, man. Because the Idumea, the children of Edom, that occupy the land of the Lord, that occupy the land of Israel, okay, would drag Edom, Idumea over here in Babylon the Great into this war, man. All right, and now what? The destruction is going to come upon Babylon the Great. You see, destruction is going to come upon Babylon the Great, man. All right, and we also know that the Lord is going to have the land of Israel destroyed too, you know, to cleanse the land. All right, because them devils have defiled, you know, the Holy Land, man. All right, but it says, and upon Idumea, Edom, and upon the people of my curse to judgment. Now let's drop down to verse 8. It says, for it is the day of the Lord Yahweh Shemawashai's vengeance, and the year of recompenses for the controversy of Zion. All right. And this is what we're fastly approaching, man. The day of the Lord's vengeance. It says, and the streams thereof shall be turned into pitch, and the dust thereof into brimstone, and the land thereof shall become burning pitch, man. Because America going to be destroyed by fire, man. That sword, the missiles, man. That's going to be bathed through heaven. That's going to come down upon Edom. That's going to come down upon America, Babylon the Great, and make this place a desolation, man. All right. The land thereof shall become burning pitch, man. is going to be destroyed by fire, man. And that fire, that burning, is going to emit smoke, and that smoke is going to rise up into the heavens, as we're going to read. All right, verse 10. And it shall not be quenched night nor day. The smoke thereof shall go up forever. From generation to generation it shall lie waste. None shall pass through it forever and ever. And this is why when you read, Revelation 18, it goes into, the they that be about her shall bewail her, and they shall see the smoke of her burning, man. That's why when you read Revelation 19, the scripture going to the great whore, all right, and her smoke rose up forever and ever, because the great whore, Mystery Babylon, which will be ruled by the children of Edom, the so-called white men, will be destroyed by fire in these last days, man, from these missiles, man, in this third world war. All right, which is going to cause the earth to shake and rock to and fro, So these are the times that we're in, man. And now also, Iran, saying how I think they came together, and I believe they decided that they were going to close the Strait of Hormuz, or they just need, the green light from the top leader or whatever. But I was watching the video going into, if the Strait of Hormuz is cut off, oil prices will rise. It would be very bad for the world economy. So we're going to see how these things turn out, because we know ultimately that they got to get rid of this current monetary system and bring in this cashless one, man, before the true destruction can come. All right. And they've been passing, these bills, stable coin bill, these certain laws, of crypto and digital assets. So we're in that time, man, So Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. I'm going to close it out. Give infinite praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah Kodash. That honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone Time.